All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Virtual Trading Summit. This is Tracy Walker, and I'm super thrilled to have all of you guys here. This is a very exclusive summit. Over the next couple of days, we have some amazing master traders that will be before you sharing their secrets and their strategies. And not everyone had the benefit of being able to join us. And so we are going to capture this information. And of course, you guys will be able to review, rewatch, and relearn this later in case you step away or anything like that. So not to worry. So welcome to the Virtual Trading Summit 2. This is day 1, and guys, we're going to jump right in without a lot of back talk and this and that and everything else. The person that I am getting ready to turn the floor over to, many of you know him because he is like the master with that precious metal called gold, right? You guys know, you've been in his telegrams, you've been following him. We all hover around him, and if he could only see the physical of what happens on Facebook or Instagram, right? We hover around him and we're trying to, snatch all the information that he has out of his mind. But he's an amazing trader. He has an amazing story. I'm just going to share some of that with you guys on tonight. And I just want everybody to understand that if once you hear Luc's story, okay, if you've never heard it before, you should never, ever, ever doubt yourself ever again in life. You shouldn't be doing it anyway, but after you hear it from his own mouth, you definitely should throw it out of the window. I want everybody to know that if you're watching this, whether you are watching it as a video or whether you're watching it live, you can do this. All right. I want you to go into this knowing that you can do this. And so I am pleased to present to the group none other than Mr. Luc Longmire. Woo! Luc, how you doing, bro?
Hey, how we doing? How we doing?
We're doing awesome. And let me just say thank you so much for agreeing to share your time with us, with this very special group. Of course, this isn't the whole world, but this is a group that is deserving of your time here today, sir. And so I want you to know we are ready. We are not going to play any games. You tell us to jump, we're going to jump, and we are at your command. So how you doing tonight?
Good. I appreciate you having me on here and, providing some value to everyone. So, I appreciate Tracy and you guys hopping on here. It's been crazy past week. So there's obviously the app came out, a lot of things happening. So it's an exciting time to be in IML, a lot of products coming out. We got a new back office, IML Pip Talk. We're working out, the details with that. So, I'm gonna kind of share my story just a little bit and kind of get into, how to maximize this opportunity with the various products. So a little backstory, I used to hustle the wrong way, so to speak, and I made a lot of money, but obviously I got locked up. Not to go into too much detail, I'm not trying to cover too much of that, but I went to rehab. I was court ordered to go to rehab for a year. And here in Indianapolis, I had to go to rehab and also had to live in a halfway house for over a year. I really humbled myself, and I was on top the legal way, all that bad stuff, I should say. And, it went to, ground zero, rock bottom. And I was at a point where I was like, yo, I have to do something or I'm going to get the same result that I'm in now, So with that being said, I did my year and some change there, and I got a job at Lowe's, and it was a job. I was excited that I had a job coming from rock bottom. I worked my way to a manager position there, and it was hourly, and I was praying for overtime. Long story short, I found a job at a gym. I used to competitively bodybuild. I still bodybuild, but just not, for shows. But I found a passion with bodybuilding and so forth. So I worked my way up to the general manager. Then I fell in love with sales. I was like, yo, I don't have to get paid for my time. I can actually sell someone and make commission, right? And it was a game changer with that. And next thing I know, right, I got to the top and I was making 6 figures. I love what I did, helping people. And I was like, man, what's next? Is this life? I had quote unquote the life, I was kind of my own boss. I had fairly good time freedom. I still worked, 50 hours a week, but I'm very obsessed. If I do something, I do it, and that's just kind of my mentality. And I couldn't not work 50 hours a week because like the running a gym was like my was my business, so to speak. I took ownership in that, right? And some guy, it's funny, everybody always asks me how I got started. I was a general manager at a gym, right? So just put it in perspective, I knew absolutely nothing about this opportunity. Didn't even know what Forex was. I knew what stocks was, but I didn't really know anything about it. Didn't know what cryptocurrency is, never heard of network marketing. And some guy hit me up on Facebook, and he's like, yo, you look pretty successful. If you guys know the PS3 system, he piqued my interest, where I was like, cool, what's this Forex thing? I was like, man, money for money? This is pretty cool. And I don't want to say I'm a little bit different, but I don't need to know the how behind it. I just need to know, can it be done? Right? Not being arrogant or anything, but if Joe, Bob, and Sally can do it, that means I can do it too. And that's nothing against whoever. That's just, I know my mindset if I apply myself. So, you know, in the PS3 system, you get on a 3-way call. I asked my questions, and I went home and I talked to my fiance, and I said, yo, I'm going to do this Forex thing. I'm going to do this network marketing thing. You know, I'm already promoting and marketing a gym, right? What about just promoting myself? And one of the biggest things, you know, I love IML, love the leaders, but always brand yourself, always promote yourself, right? Your physical brand, you, right? They're joining you on the networking side, right? But I had the mentality, and I just literally found a mentor, right? My fiance honestly told me at that time that I was young, dumb, naive, and stupid. She's like, you're going to throw away this 6-figure income. You know, you're going to do this. You're going to throw your life away. You came so far and you're giving away. And, you know, you ever hear that quote, you know, don't let 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 a year stop you from making that per month, right? And that really clicked. And I made a decision when I joined. It wasn't like a decision like, let's see how this goes, or, you know, I'm gonna try to figure it out. You know, I'm gonna give it 3 months. I just made a decision like, yo, this is gonna happen. I don't know how. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know it's going to work. And I literally found a mentor, and I said, yo, I'm going to do this. Tell me exactly what to do. I'm not going to question you. Just guide me in the right direction. Tell me exactly what to do. I'm going to do it. You say jump, I say how high. You know, she says, you know, if you don't know, Spiela Sluga, that was my personal mentor. She's kind of in charge of the operations with the Forex side, but you know, she mentored, coached me, and YLB, yeah. And she basically took me under her wing and taught me everything when it comes to trading. And she's, you know, multi-6-figure earner, maybe 7-figure trader. And you know, I was like, yo, this is what I need to do. You know, and one day it just kind of clicked, right? I did put in the work. You know, I did study my butt off, and you know, and this is the beauty of IML, because we have the app, which is going to take all the work away. You know, so for the mom of 3, the person that was working 2 jobs, whatever it may be, whatever your situation is, the gold scanner, right, the gold cup is going to be there for you to help you, so you don't have to be on the charts. If you do want to learn, right, this skill set, I promise you guys, is worth the grind. Early mornings, late nights, literally studying notebooks full of back testing of hours and hours and hours and hours. But, you know, that's not for everyone, right? My first 6 months, and I tell this all the time, you know, when I share my story, I was that person that just built the comp plan. Right? My first 6 months, I hit 6 figures in a previous company in 90 days, and I made money with the products, right? You used to ask me what a PIP is. I'm like, yo, watch a video. I have no idea, right? Hey, go ask Spiela. If you guys know Kevin and Kyle, they're actually on my team in my downline, so to speak, and Spiela's above me. And our team is like known for traders, right? So I'm like, yo, check out Kevin. Yo, check out here. I'm just the person, you know, connecting Joe to Kevin or whoever. So if that's you, use the products, right? Every journey is different, right? So that's where I want to make it so clear, because people feel like, oh, I need to learn how to trade. You don't, right? If you have 3 kids, you're in school, you have a full-time job, or maybe you already have your passion, right? You have your own barbershop, you have your own company, and you want to focus on that, create some passive income. This scanner is going to do wonders for you. All right, so kind of wrap up my story and kind of get into it. You know, I've been doing this 2 years now. My 2 years will be in November. So I'm still I wouldn't say I'm a rookie or anything when it comes to network marketing or trading, but I still have to put in my time. You know, I'm excelled really fast, really quickly, but a big portion is because of my mentors and my work ethic, right? I have tunnel vision. If I see a goal, I go for it. And you know, one of my beliefs is to be great, right? To hit 6-figure a month income, you have to be obsessed. You have to focus on that one thing and really give it your all. So That's enough about me. I'm gonna kind of get into this and show you how to maximize your membership, how to maximize this gold scanner. You know, we have IMO TV going on as well to incorporate the learning side. So I'm gonna kind of share my screen and kind of jump into it. We'll do like a little mini Q&A at the end. I'm actually gonna move seats, so give me about 30 seconds so I can plug in so I don't lose battery.
All right, guys, while Luke is repositioning, here's what I want you guys to understand. We are going to do Q&A at the end, all right? So as you're watching this information, make sure that you are taking notes and that you're writing your questions down, all right? And then once he's done, what we will do is we'll open up for Q&A. That way we don't have to disturb him during his whole overview, okay? So
Perfect. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Give me 1 second. Perfect. All right, so you're going to go to.
Now, Luke, we hear a lot of that background. Are you like at a gym?
I'm at a. Let me move over. Yeah, I'm not at a gym, but I'm at a college.
Okay.
Is it loud?
Yeah, it's kind of echoey.
Okay. Can you still hear it?
Yeah, just tell them to hush. We're trying to take care of a lot of business over here. Tell them to be quiet.
All right, cool. 1 second. All right, so let me see that work. So I'll talk a little bit louder, just kind of over to it a little bit. So you have the teacup side over here, right? All you're going to do is click on it, and you're going to have the indicators right here for you. So it's going to be what you're looking for, right? For the brand new person, Lizardo is going to go over strategies within it, just like myself. But for here, right, this is an active trade, right? So the teacup, visualize a teacup, right? A bag, you know, like literally like a bowl, right? So here, you're looking for the gold cup, right? So that's active. So it's basically every order is going to be a pending order. It's going to be a sell limit. So I would definitely write that down, right? So you can go the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, whichever you prefer. The bigger the time frame, the longer the trades, like the 4 hour, you know, even maybe, you know, the daily might last, you know, 4 days, 5 days. It's going to be a swing trade, right? So he will incorporate the strategy to teach you. And then for everyone that wants the automation, right, all you're looking for is an active cup, right? Active, which it states right here. And then you're looking for this little curve. You're looking for basically it to hit this entry. So you're going to have, for instance, for this is NZD CAD, right? You're going to have maybe a day here to take this trade. So a few Q&As that are pretty normal is we are looking to come out with an app, so you don't have to go to the website. We are going to have notifications. That should be in the next coming days. The app's going to take a second, I believe. It's up to the programmers, and the notification should be any day. So it could be text and or emails. So that's gonna be pretty cool. So you don't have to get on here. You're gonna get a notification to your phone. As you see, right, you have a lot of teacup setups, right? So you can go to any single one and take it, right? This is kind of an important part, even for the newbies, you know, under 30, 90 days, whatever, is you don't want to over leverage. So just because there's, we'll say 10 here, right, 10 teacups, right, and this is very important, you don't want to over trade. So say you have $300 in your account. What I always recommend in the beginning is 0.01 for every $100, right? So let me repeat that, 0.01 for every 100, right? So if you have $300 in your account, you can do 3 different trades, right, to equal 0.03, right? That means you can't take all these setups, right? So what I would recommend, and this is my personal, you know, recommendation, is pick 2 or 3. So for instance, not to get too advanced, right, or intermediate, but if you're trading 0.10, like 10 cents, right, and you want to, me personally, I would trade 2 setups at 0.05, right? And instead of taking all of them, because it's called margin, you know, for the people that are kind of brand new, you don't want to over leverage your account. So pick 2 or 3, you know, and definitely don't over leverage, right? And then it's going to tell you, right, the entry. So for everyone that's fairly new, right, just to recap, step 1, so to speak, is going to be look for the active teacup, right? Boom, right? You're looking for the arrow, right? Then, right, you have all this time until it comes back around. So let me see if I can find an active one that's already, no, comes down. So, nope, that didn't even go. Here we go, perfect. Right, so right here, you get the arrow, as you see. All right, boom, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, boom. It activates right here on the 10th hour. And as you see, it wicks it, like basically it touches the entry and goes right away, which is good, right? And then it drops straight, boom, take profit. So on EJ, Euro, JPY, right? This would have been a solid trade. Wicks it, boom, entry, and drops, right? So step 1, find that active teacup. Step 2, sell limit, right? It's a pending order, right? And then you're going to put in the entry, the stop loss, and the take profit. Right? Pretty simple. You can do on different time frames if you're more of a swing trader, right? 4-hour daily, right? And then pretty simple with this side. And then what you can do instead of logging all the way out is you're going to click Gold Rush. So this morning, I don't know where it's, there we go. It's weird. All right, so it's been it keeps doing that. So I'm gonna just go right here. I'm gonna slide this over so you can see. And there's, yeah. So there's what we're going to do as well on here is put notes, right? So Pip Talk is still working like the minor glitches and whatnot. So right here, right, this is going to be very simple. It's going to kind of be not obvious, but it's going to be overdone, so to speak, right? So right here, you're going to, once the alert comes, or, you know, I post in Pip Talk or my channel Gold Rush, right, that the alert is out, right? So once the scanner picks this up, right, it's going to show an arrow, right, pointing to the candle you want to get in on, plus the vertical line on the same candle that you want to get on, right? It's going to say buy or sell, all right? And it's going to have your take profit, and it's going to have your stop loss, right? And then with, like I said, I can't scroll over because it keeps doing that. But it'll have a note, you know, saying put your stop loss and profit after 20 pips or 30 pips or secure profit. So for instance, why I'm going to kind of, you know, switch over just a little bit to get into why the importance of Pip Talk is and how to utilize it, as well as the live trading sessions. So here I said to get in or to close out at 12:05. So as you see right here, right, it wicks 1205.2-ish, right, and then closed out down here. So people got out right here, right, and then the update also said put your stop loss and profit. So people got about 25 pips on however many positions. So maybe people put 4 positions at 25, which is 100 pips, right? So my psychology, just a real quick, is I trade 1 setup a day, right? I just 1 setup a day, right? Same pair, same time, same setup. So that's when I teach on IML-TV as well. You know, I master 1 pair. I'm like, Luke, can you make a lot of money off of 1 pair, right? And, you know, Luke, you only shoot for 20, 30, sometimes 40 pips, right? That's not a lot of pips per week, right? So if I get 200 pips a week, to me, that's all I shoot for, right? Because it's not really about how many pips you get. It's all about the ROI, right? So for instance, right, give you an example, right? This morning I traded, I risked 15 pips, right, to make 35, right? And then I cashed out right here at 25 pips. So if this doesn't make sense to you, you're brand new, don't worry. You'll learn it later. But for my traders on here, right, just to understand, right, is I caught 25 pips with with 2 positions, which is 50 pips. That's my daily goal, right? With 10 lots, right? That's pretty good, right? It's 2,500, right? So if your risk to reward on top of that, if you're in my mindset, if I can easily shoot for 20, 30 pips, right? For me, it's a lot harder and it's a lot longer. I have to wait to catch a 200, 300 pip move, right? I have mentors, and just give you kind of inside psychology behind it, is I have mentors that have 100 pip goal per day, right? And what they'll do is they'll scout, right? That's a lot of pips to scout. But here's a Forex hack, right? You could do 10 positions, right, for 10 pips. That's 100 pips. For me, it's a lot easier to catch 10, 20 pips than 200 pips. That's just me, right? Also, for this, the scanner is going to pick up. I trade, kind of switching gears a little bit, is Pip Talk is going to be very important for updates, right? I know there's a few glitches going on. Some people can't log in. So me personally, I'm going to be updating through Gold Rush until the beta testing or the beta, whatever. I'm not technology literate. I don't know what the beta testing and all that, programs are doing behind the scenes, but they're working on it. So I'll be doing the Gold Rush for updates and anything. And then when Pip Talk is good to go, obviously through there. I will be live trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So go to English on IMLTV. Scroll all the way down to Gold Cup. Lizaldo is on there Tuesday, Thursday, I believe, and then Saturday or Sunday. You'd have to double check, don't quote me on that. Then myself, I'm on there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, trading live, right? So basically I'm looking for the setup with the scanner, see what's going on. And then, if the setup's there, we'll trade it live. Or what I've been doing the past couple of times, because the setup wasn't there, it's like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11, is I'll post in Gold Rush, right? And also Pip Talk. Right, so you learn hands-on for my intermediate and advanced traders that are wanting to learn. Definitely plug into my IML TV Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, and then Lizaldo as well. We'll be teaching the psychology behind the way we trade, how we trade, the strategy inside the scanner, etc. So a little bit more value on top of that. And then Pip Talk is kind of like our channel to communicate. It's going to kind of take over Telegram. Right? And that's going to be for the Gold Rush side, right? Here you can go to any time frame, 15, 30 hour. We're going to integrate like a Gold Cup on just like for instance, I'll show you. So as you see here, right, you got all the Gold Cups, right? Boom, boom, boom. We're going to add that for this side, so you don't have to kind of, it's only five time frames, but that way you see the Gold Cup, boom, click on it, right? Let me think here. Oh, also, so I believe, Tracy, you're in Atlanta. We will be coming to Atlanta the 13th. I have to double check with China and Chad, but I believe we're coming out there on the 13th. So if you're in a different city, different state, different country, I don't know who's all on here, but we are going to be doing a Gold Cup tour. Lizaldo is going to hit more of the U.S. countries. Wow. The U.S. states. I'm going to be going a little bit more international, but I will be in Dallas on the 9th. I'll be in, I believe, Atlanta on the 13th. Spokane, Washington, way up northwest, 19th, 20th, and then Miami on the 22nd. I do plan going on, like I said, international as well to Europe and Latin America. So if you're over there, definitely plug in with your chairman or whoever's down there. So my point is we'll be coming to your city, teaching this as well, teaching our strategies, and really giving you as much value as possible through the 3 platforms, the Gold Cup, Pip Talk, IML TV, and then coming to you. Let me see, got that. And then Gold Cup will be free, see here, till the 25th or 26th, I believe. Of this month. It's October. Wow, time's flying. We got like 90 days left in the year. This is crazy. It's like snapped my fingers and it flew by. But yeah, it'll be free until like the 25th, end of the month. We'll say that. I think the 25th, 26th, something like that. Then it'll be $20, just like the web analyzer. And then, like I said, we'll be incorporating the trainings with it. I'm going to come out with an academy to teach people how to trade naked price action. Naked meaning no chart or no indicators for people that are like naked. It's naked forex. But yeah, so we'll do like an academy through IML as well. So I'm excited for that. Swipe Trades Plus, just another announcement, should be coming out any day. We were waiting on the back office. The back office is launched. I'm sure Tracy might have gone over this with you guys already, but just a little insight that all the volume, all the things are still updating. So give it about 36 hours, give or take. And then Swipe Trades Plus should be coming out. I was actually on trial with them for about 3 months, and they are amazing. Like really, really, really good. So I was on trial with them. I got to see, what setups they're looking at, how good they were, how many pips they got, and they are good. So I'm excited to start taking some Swipe Trades Plus trade alerts when they come out as well. So that's pretty much a rundown, right? You got the knowledge on how to use the app, how to apply that with IML TV, right? Pip Talk's gonna be the channel. Just wait, just have some patience with us. We just came out with it, still in beta test. We're coming to a city near you, and a couple updates, and then maybe do a few Q&A real quick. See if the chat box. You guys have any questions? Orlando, I'm not sure, Michael. I don't know how close. I don't think Orlando's close to Fort Lauderdale, but I'll be doing Fort Lauderdale / Miami in 22nd through 25th of this month. I don't think that's close. Yes, AM for my session, 7:30 Eastern. AM, 7:30 AM Eastern. LA, I am planning on, or Candace, I do plan out to come out to Cali, probably in mid-November to mid-December, somewhere in that time frame. Dallas, I'll be there the 9th. Latina, not 8th to 11th, but the event, you can get with me on Facebook. I'll shoot the flyer, and then how to purchase tickets. Khalil and his brother Nigel are throwing it.
Okay, now all of you guys that are asking questions about his tour dates, hit him up. Okay,
yeah.
I want questions on here about the trading, about the scanner, about that great stuff. Okay, because that's the value. So
yeah,
let's kind of make the questions about what we've got going on with the tools and how Luke can help you directly right now. Okay. Today you got him right now. Let's ask questions about right now, not when he's coming to you later. Now.
So Tracy, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so when you were on the scanner, Luke, can you go back to that arrow? Because I don't know that I'm necessarily clear about when to get in the gold trade.
Yeah, so essentially, once you get the alert, you're going to more or less enter. If you've been following me for a while, I'm always market execution. So literally,
Okay.
Once you get the alert, it's time to buy or sell. So I'll put it in there. Just know, like, once you get the alert, once we get the notification out, or I post it on Telegram or whatever, literally you're going to go in and you're going to buy or sell. Because I basically do zero pending orders.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
No, well, on the scanner, when you see the arrow, you had the vertical and the horizontal line.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to that scanner, am I waiting till the current candle forms, or what am I? Yeah, right here.
Yep. So once you see this arrow and this vertical line appear, right, and you have the full trailer, buy, TP this, stop loss this, right, you're going to buy right once you see it. So okay. It might be a little drawdown, it might be a little up, right? Okay. So say you got in, right, 30 seconds later, and there's a little drawdown. Well, you got a better entry than me, okay. or the scanner got, or maybe it might be a couple pips in profit. And you might have less. You might get 23 pips instead of 25.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
Hey Luke, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I am wondering right where she was and where your mouse is at. Now the vertical line, is that gonna tell us what entry point it is as far as, or is that still market execution?
Yeah, what candle to get in. So basically, like I said, it's all price action. So you might be 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes behind, but the candle is going to be right within, I would say, 2 to 5 pips of, added pips for you or less pips. You can wait until it gets to the same level, but it might go up 3 pips. You're like, well, maybe it goes down 3 pips, and then I enter so I can get the same exact entry, but it might just shoot up and hit take profit.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I got a question.
For sure.
All right, Luke. Can you go back to the teacups?
Yeah. Any particular pair, or just click on one?
Just click on one. Okay, down at the gold cup. You said I'm waiting for it to pretty much circle back around into the entry, right?
Yep.
So while I'm waiting, are you suggesting that we scout or ride it down as well, or just wait for the entry?
No, that's more or less all on you. I wouldn't suggest anything like that, because the strategy is designed exactly for what it's supposed to do. Lizaldo might be able to teach you something to do a sell stop, or scalp it down, or scalp it back up on the way up. I would plug into his session. Honestly, I have no idea what many strategies he has in it within the strategy, if that makes sense.
Okay, and so in the teaching of this, I've gone to IML TV the last 2 days, and I haven't seen anybody on. Are you not ready for that yet, or what?
No, he for his, it should be good. I'm not 100% sure. I know he's on IML TV. I know he's on tomorrow. I believe it's 7 Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, 7 a.m. Eastern. He is on tour, so that might be the reason why he might not have internet, something like that. Can you log into Pip Talk?
Not yet.
Okay. Does he have his own channel? Do you know, like a Telegram?
I believe he does.
Okay. I would shoot him a message, maybe. For me personally, I always update through Pip Talk or Gold Rush. One more time? You cut out. I didn't get it.
Okay. Yeah.
Michael, you're breaking up, so we're all having a hard time hearing your question.
Twyla, or hopefully I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. How do I gain access to the Telegram for alerts? You can just message me on Facebook. I'll give you the Telegram, or you can log into Pip Talk if it's working on. It works for me, so some people it works, sometimes it doesn't. So you can just subscribe to whichever trader. Michael, I see it. There was news all this morning, so I just updated people through the Telegram. Cool. Yeah, if you guys have questions about the tour, just message me after.
I have a quick question. Can you hear me?
If you can talk a little louder.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Okay. Is there a particular reason you trade gold? Like, what are some of the benefits of trading gold over other pairs?
There's no real benefit. In a sense, it's just like mastering one pair. So I always use the analogy of, it's like dating, right? If you're dating 5 people, right, you're going to get things mixed up. So gold reacts to trend lines, or reacts to support resistance in different manners. So I've traded gold for almost 2 years. So I've studied, and I kind of know how it reacts in certain circumstances. So that's kind of like the best answer. There's no real it's not better than any other pair. It's volatile, so it moves. I trade New York session, so it's kind of just like my bread and butter.
Okay. So are you able to consistently, you said you were going for 20, 25 pips, generally around the same time? Is that pretty consistent?
Oh, yeah.
The setup, is that
So like, if you've ever heard of London breakout, right? London breakout relatively happens 3 times a week, 4 times, 5 times a week. So each pair moves essentially the same time, the same move. It's kind of like sports, right? You know, you can tell when someone's going to do a fake out or, you know, a crossover if you study it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Same thing with gold. Like, I know what it does every morning. I know after a big move, it's going to consolidate, right? So it's going to reverse on its own. If it's been consolidating for a few days, I know it's going to do a massive breakout like it did Friday when it went for 200 pips.
I got you. I got my last question, and then I'm gonna let someone else go. Are the spreads typically larger or pretty average as it relates to the other?
The spreads are pretty decent. I mean, you're going to go for more than, as long as you're going for at least 10 pips. The spread is a little bit bigger than UJ or GJ, but it's not like USR or, you know, E-Try or something exotic crazy.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. Mike, just go to my session. There's not really a brief overview. It's naked, Forex, price action, supply demand zones. That's probably the most brief overview I can give, Mike.
So you said you actually do market execution most of the time on gold?
Yeah, buy or sell instant.
Okay.
Okay, Luke, so let's just say we have some people on here who are not in IML yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say they're looking at this and they're considering getting started with the company, and they're like, okay, I see this scanner, right? I see how this is supposed to work, but I don't know if this is what Mike was asking or not, but you know, I've watched you, right? I've watched your Telegram and I've gotten great. So, you know, I know kind of, you know, as you describe what you're doing and as you kind of get a psychology to your students, a new person wouldn't know kind of what that is, right? They've
Right.
been studying you. So if you could give like a brief, even though it's not like strategically what you're doing, but some of the psychology behind what you're doing with gold, right? Maybe you could share that so somebody could kind of get an idea. Okay, this is why we need to kind of listen to what Luke is saying.
Yeah, and I'll kind of break it down. I always put like a disclaimer because my style isn't better or worse than anyone, so I don't want to step on toes. But I'm very blunt at the same time. It's just I'm real. I don't know how to not be blunt. So I apologize if I do hurt any feelings. No, but basically the style that I trade is how the banks trade. It's the zero indicators, right? And this is my personal opinion. All that, Fibonacci's, stochastics, all this is nonsense, right? There's this line, that line. One of the reasons I didn't trade for my first 6 months, I built the compensation plan, is because it looked like craziness. It looked like a laser show. I'm like, yo, and still to this day, people are like, Luke, what do you think is gold going to do? I'm like, send me your analysis. I'm like, bro, you know, girl, I don't even know what I'm looking at. You have this line, Bollinger Band, RSI. I'm like, where's price? Is it here? Is it there? And I just get lost. So the whole psychology behind it is simplicity, right? You find a zone, support, resistance, supply, demand, whatever you want to call it, top, bottom, right? And you trade off it. Either it's going to hit that zone and reject, or it's going to break and retest, right? It's that simple, right? The understanding of that's simple, but you have to kind of know how to read price, right? Learning how to read price action, candles, if you will, is like learning a new language, right? You learn your ABCs first, then you learn how to make a sentence, then a paragraph. You don't just come in, right, and just learn how to trade. But the way I trade is you have a 50% chance if you buy or sell, right, off the jump, right? Where some people, they pick the right direction, but they have too big of or too small of a stop loss. It hits their stop loss and goes in the right direction. Right. So with this, right, if you can understand how to read price, right, on you know, a very, very simple way, right, you can be profitable, right? I tell people all the time, to me, trading is so boring, right? Because I know exactly what it's going to do. I look for rules, right? And we'll get, you know, if you get on my session, you'll understand them. But I look for rules, right? And the psychology behind it is people fail all the time. Systems do not fail. My system is my rules. My system is my trading plan, right? And you know, I'm gonna be very blunt here, but if you don't have a trading plan, you should not be trading, right? It's like football. If I hike the ball, and am I going to run it? Am I going to pass it? Am I going to pass it to him, her? Is this person doing, a fly, or are they doing a curl, or am I doing a screen pass? I'm very analogies, but you have to understand that you have to have a goal going into your trading. What people do a lot is they overtrade, right? I saw a setup last night that I could have took, for 50 pips, and it played out right. But the thing is, it wasn't my trading plan. I trade from 7:30 in the morning to 11. Anything outside that time frame, right, and I trade, I should lose. I've trained my mind that, right? I take a lot of what I learned from bodybuilding and applied it to network marketing, and also, Forex, right? It's a design play. So if I'm supposed to eat, chicken and rice for 6 weeks so I can cut down to 5% body fat, and I see a pizza, do I eat it? No, I don't. It looks good though. It's tasty, but it's not part of my plan. I gotta say no. Or I hit my 50 pips, right? I could have made an extra. If you saw my Telegram, I said a clear break and retest went for 30 pips. So I could have got 80, but I could have been greedy too and lost, right? And what happens is people, they get that, we'll put dollar amounts, it makes a little more sense. So you get $1,000, right? And they're like, okay, cool, right? I hit my goal for the day. Ooh, a nice setup, right? And they lose that trade. Now they just lost that 1,000, they're break even, right? But then they trade again. Now revenge trading comes in. They trade again, right? Now they're down 1,000. So maybe that's percentages. Maybe you went up 50 or 20%. Now you're at break even. Now you're at negative 20. That's a 40% swing, right? So you have to understand and really, really be disciplined. No, I'm not a good trader. I'm just disciplined. I literally have 3 rules that I follow, right? I stick to my trading plan. I make money. If I make money, I make money. If I lose money, I lose money, right? I'm not mad. I'm not angry. It's just part of the plan, right? It's like baseball, right? You're going to strike out. Sometimes you're going to get out. Sometimes you're going to get on base, right? And then the psychology on the time is same pair, same time, same setup. If you do the same thing over and over, you're going to get better at it. You're going like, oh, shoot, it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and moves. It's either going to hit that zone and break and retest, or it's going to reject, right? It's the same thing every day. I see the exact same move every single day, 1 to 2. I see them every day, right? If you've been following me, you probably see them as well. So understanding a little bit, I don't want to say technicals, but the understanding of reading price, right? Then you're good to go, right? Because you do the same thing over and over. It's like, doing anything, riding a bike, right? You're going to fall over, you're going to fall over, you're going to fall over. Next thing you know, you mastered riding a bike and you are good to go. You're good for life, right? But it takes a few months, 6, 9, 12 months, maybe 2 years. But I tell people this all the time. Right? If you pay, to learn, educate yourself, right? Say you spend $3,000, right, over X amount of time, and you master this skill, right? I have multi-$1,000 days, not to put money out there, but my point is, say I pay a total of $5,000 over 5 years or something like that, and I master that skill in 5 years, I am forever paid. You have to think long-term, because I can teach this to my future kids. I don't have any yet, but they're going to be taken care of, right? My family's going to be taken care of. I just paid off my fiance's all her debt, right? I'm getting ready to retire my mom. I just talked to her about a half hour ago. I said, yo, think about where you want to move, Mom. Like, I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to get you out of your student loan debt from her master's degree, right? She's still paying it off from 1999, her master's, right? So I'm going to get her to financially free, have time freedom, right? So obviously you can help people with the compensation plan. It's just icing on the cake, but this skill set will forever set you free. You just gotta never give up. If you don't give up, you're going to level up, right? You stick on the sessions. There's been so many times I wanted to quit, so many times. Leaders quit on me, customers quit on me. This person I thought was gonna be a hitter, ended up not, yada, 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 insert whatever, but you just gotta keep it moving forward. Right, keep studying, keep notes, find that mentor, submerge yourself. So I could go on and on, but I kind of want to give it back to you and not take up too much time.
That was great. That was good. That's exactly what I believe. That was the question, right? So now Derek says, so Luke, you got to be careful what you throw out, right? Because we're hanging on every word. So Derek's like, you said something about 3 rules. He's on it. What's the 3 rules?
It's find a zone. Right, you got to find your zones. Then you're looking for the break and retest, and you're looking for the confirmation. So there's umpteen confirmations. So hop on my session tomorrow. I'll go over all those. but it is very, very simple.
All right, now, especially all you NBA students, you guys already know break and retest. No retest, no entry, right? Like,
Facts.
come on. All right, we're gonna keep on the same beaten path. All right, guys, any final questions?
Luke, this is Javin. I want to thank you for sharing this information with us. I really appreciate it. And, you know, you say that when you get into a trade, you do market execution. And, you know, when you do market execution, there's going to be callback, you know, with the commission and everything. How do you deal with the negative and not second guess yourself and know that you're doing the right thing?
Confidence and experience is going to help that. I would recommend a book. What is it called? Trading in the Zone. But one little trick you can do is turn your pips, your money, into pips. So you can right click on your MetaTrader. If you can't do it, I don't think you can do it on your app, but on your computer, right? What I do, one of my rules is I always trade from my computer. So you can right click at the very bottom where it says you're negative or whatever, right click and do a pip counter. So it'd be like you're up 5 pips. 5 pips could be 5,000, you know what I'm saying? So train yourself like that. And then one thing I did is I deleted my MT4 on my my phone. So I won't check it, you know? So it goes my way, it goes my way. If it doesn't go my way, I lose. Rinse and repeat. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Hey, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, look, that's
Lucas, I have a question.
For sure.
Go ahead, was that Candace?
I think so.
Okay, go ahead, Candace.
Lucas, so do you trade? Yeah, it was Candace. Thank you so much. So Lucas, do you trade more on the Gold Rush versus the harmonic scanner?
I don't really use the harmonic scanner. I just trade my style. So basically, yeah. And the beauty of trading is that there's so many ways to trade. So like I said, there's not a better or wrong way. It's like basketball, right? I can do layups, I can do free throws, I can do jump shots, I can do turnaround hooks. They're all 2 points. I personally don't use the harmonics. I'm very simplistic, where harmonics, in my opinion, is more analytical. Right, like my fiance, she needs itinerary every little step. Yo, from A to Z, how do you get through B, C, D, F, G? I don't need to know all that. I just get from A to Z. I don't need to know the exact details of everything. So trading is very mental, right? How you see the market is how you live, right? Where my fiance, she's like, what time do you land? When are you getting to Miami? What time are you in the air? What time you get, touchdown? Yada yada. I'm like, yo, you're driving me crazy, right? So me, I go, right? So understanding that, like harmonics, I think it goes like from A to B to C to D or something like that. On Fibonacci's with it, I don't even know how to draw it. So that tells you. People make fun of me. Like I have students like, yo, what about this Fibonacci retracement zone? I'm like, I don't know how to draw one. I'm like, what? You're this master trader, you don't know how to draw a fib, let alone trade off? I'm like, I've never used one. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, Lucas. Judy from Australia. I just wanted to say I've been on your session. I started when Tracy started, and I was on your sessions for months and months. So I know your rules. I've got them all written down, and I really appreciate this. And I'm just starting now to look at the teacup. And
nice.
So this is new for me and probably a lot of others. But I really appreciate you spending time with us.
Yeah, definitely. Take your time with it. And I tell this to everyone, if you catch 50 pips with 0.01 and you catch 50 pips with 100 lots, it's the same skill set. So focus on the skill set, the money will come. Don't get caught up on his or her success. Keep your eyes on your own paper, your own journey, and you will have success.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
And put Australia on your list for the future to visit, please.
I'm coming out to Perth in the next few months. I got a team in Perth.
Awesome.
All right, guys, winding on down. Any final comments, questions? You better lash him at Luke while he's here.
I have one.
Yeah, definitely.
Luke, thanks, man. Like you killing it. Like you dropping so much right now. I'm very focused, but I agree with what you're saying, and thanks for all the information. With the, with the trading journal and everything, I try to write everything down. I too am teaching myself trying not to look at my phone. I found that to be a distraction. Like I'll put in the trade and then I'll go back, and okay, what is it doing? What is it doing? You know what I mean? So that's excellent. I may go ahead and delete my question is, you mentioned, I caught a piece of it and there was kind of like some noise about changing price or something to, you could right click instead of seeing the negative price, you could see it in pips or something like that.
Yeah, you should be able to right click on your MetaTrader 4 and switch it over to pips. So -10, +10, etc.
Okay, cool.
There's a what do you call it? Not an EA, but a indicator where you can like put the pip counter as well, like on the screen, I believe.
Okay. All right, good. Thanks for all your work and education, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you. I think we got through all the questions in the chat box.
All right, guys. Well, we are right about at the top of the hour. And Luke, let me just say thank you so much. I hit you up and you were like, yes, yeah, I would love to. It was the good energy from the beginning with this. And so I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for continuing to lead the charge and sharing your strategies on IML TV and Telegram. And now, with everything with the Gold Cup and everything like that, I really think it will help more people be able to benefit from what's in your head, right? Without having to learn it all the way until they're ready, but they can start winning with your strategy. So I appreciate you, brother. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we close out for this session?
No, pretty much killed it. I appreciate you guys hopping on here. Definitely you, Tracy, for having me on here. I love, and one thing I've learned is from Jim Rohn, is to serve other people. You can't keep what you don't give away. To be of great wealth is to be of great service. So it's an honor to be in this position to even have my own app. When you hit me up like, yo, let's do it. Let's do it. So I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. And, if you can, hop on the sessions and learn.
All right. Well, thank you, Luke. Guys, stay on for just 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so everybody can just move on to the next video at this point. Hold on, guys.